What's up, guys? It's Leroy Jenkins here for another video, of course. A story time video and LASD, I guess, account video, and LA County FD video, and of course an EMS video, all combined into one video. But I guess without further ado, let's go on ahead and get straight into the story time. But before we do that, let's go ahead and spawn in this FPIU. Bam! Rear end and ready to go. Alright, off we go. But you know what? Actually, you know what? I completely forgot. If you look inside this car here, as we're driving off, I'm wearing a traffic uniform. And based on the title, you probably know what this whole story time is about. Why am I hearing so many gunshots? We're going to go handle that. But you know what? It is about a traffic accident. So basically, it was a major accident because there was the LA County Fire Department on the scene. The paramedics showed up briefly on the scene. There's an ambulance on the scene, and there was multiple sheriff cars. There's a what's called a truck. All this stuff was all on the scene. So it was a very major thing. Had the entire intersection shut down. Oh boy, here we go. Let's take this guy down real quick. How you doing, my fine, swell, amazing friend? I'm gonna go ahead and just take you down real quick. No. How about no? All right. There you go. Taken down, and boom. Perfect. In cuffs. Anywho, with the accident, somebody basically crashed into one of these poles, and I'm assuming the other guy was like in the middle of the street here, like not like an actual guy, but like the other car was in the middle of the street. So yeah, the tow truck guy had to sweep a whole lot, and they actually laid down signal flares, which is like the one and only time I've ever seen law enforcement using signal flares in person. Because I've seen them do it on, like, you know, TV, and I've seen it on YouTube, but I have never actually seen the signal flares in person, and they're actually pretty visible. I'll say that much. They're not as visible as like a whole car having like its lights on down the road, but I mean, it's still pretty visible. And basically, once you get a little bit closer, you're gonna have a bunch of cars with flashing lights and code 3 lights and yellow amber lights, because they have yellow amber lights, unlike the NYPD here, that, you know, can do directional, so on and so forth. So yeah, people pay attention to it basically, and they basically treat it just like cones, because they had like a let's say that this had the little, what's it called, little light things going on here. Basically, they put it right here. They blow like 1, 2, 3 maybe, and basically they're like, use this lane only. Not even this lane. They probably put like one more like right here, so that you were like basically only able to make a right hand turn. Basically, there was no straight, because like I said, if you're like coming from here, the accident would be straight ahead. So basically this entire intersection would be closed off. So all you could do is make that right hand turn. But you know what? Why am I even explaining it when I could show you the video about Leroy in the field? Take it away, Leroy in the field. What's going on, guys? It's field anchor Leroy here. And as you can see, once again, this is a major accident. They have a guy, you know, sweeping up debris. This is absolutely crushed. Then they have this patrol car. You may think it's only that, but if you look a little bit farther, I don't know if it's even going to focus, but a little bit farther, there's this, but you see there's 1 patrol car, 2 patrol car, 3 patrol car, 3 patrol cars blocking off the street. They even brought out their signal flares. That's how important this is. It's not for everybody who wants to know what signal flares are for. They're basically for basically traffic and accidents, so on and so forth. But yes, this is field reporter Leroy here. Let me see if I can actually cross the street by pressing the button. Let's see. We're gonna be able to cross? Yes, we are. We got that nice good old-fashioned walk sign. So we walk across here. Gotta make sure not to go in front of the accident. Gonna walk all the way around. There we go. Let's go on around here. Look at this car. Absolutely demolished. There's all types of debris everywhere. Got the LAFD, of course, here in full fashion. Everything. Oh, geez, everybody's here. Let's go on past over here. Oh my god, I cannot walk. We keep on walking around. We got this guy who I'm assuming is the witness. Let's continue walking down the street we go. We got a guy who I'm assuming is about to move his car. Interesting. Then we go on down here, and like I said, we got cop car number 1. There you go. Going on down there. Is helping with traffic. I think everybody's about to leave the scene. Then you got cop car number 2 way down here. I don't know whether or not I'm even going to be able to get over there in time, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to try. So let's head on over there. Alrighty now, you just saw that. All of that in Leroy in the field. But you know what we're missing actually? Is I said we were going to go and, show the other car when I was about to, walk off. Because the sheriff's car is pretty far away. But I decided instead to talk to that officer. Or deputy, I guess. His name is Deputy Che. Shout out to you, Deputy Che. Amazing exemplary service. And basically, what was going on was I just asked him, how is it like being a deputy? What do you recommend, for things going through academy? And he basically said this. He basically said, for academy, be prepared for anything and everything. It's never going to be the same day twice. And you're basically going to have to be, ready to just conquer whatever they throw at your way. Because it's going to be very challenging. However, at the end, if you make it through the end, then it will be very rewarding. And another thing, what is this NYSP guy doing? Who knows? You know what, NYSP? You have fun. Hopefully you're able to lay down some spike strips, catch a couple mafia members, all that stuff. But yeah, another thing that Deputy Chase said was that how does he handle an overnight shift, which is basically when you have the shift that's in the middle of the night. Basically you have like 10 or either a 10 or 12 hour shift, and it's literally the graveyard shift where you're going to be out all night from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or maybe it's 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. if it's a 10-hour shift. And basically you have court the following morning, which is basically 2 hours after your shift ends. So basically what you need to do is you change out, or, you get all out of your uniform, you go off duty, and then basically you sleep those 2 hours. Then you have to be ready for court. And if you're, you got to do what you got to do, whether, you have an energy drink, whether you have coffee, whether you have tea, you got to basically get yourself up and prepared. Some people just going for a run is able to get them awake enough to go through that little court day. But for the most part, it's gonna suck. Basically, there's no way around it. It will absolutely suck no matter what happens. But yes, that is what is like basically having to become, and even an officers, deputy, anybody that writes a ticket, there's actually a reason why they don't do as much traffic enforcement at night. Like the traffic enforcement bureau, all the people on the motorcycles, where unless it's like, what's it called? Where they're actually arresting people and like doing, like speed racing and all that other stuff. They're trying to break up street races. For the most part, they're not doing any traffic enforcement because they know they're going to have court in the morning. And that's probably going to be after their shift, because they usually do night shift for like an entire month minimum. That's the least amount of time you could have a night shift before you can request a day shift, or they just switch you onto day shift. So basically, yeah, they're not trying to have to go and deal with that. So yeah, they're not writing people tickets. So yeah, I would absolutely suck if it was in my shoes. But yes, now you guys know about that story time, and I hope you guys also enjoyed the pictures that were up on screen. But you know what else is going to be great and up on screen? The people wearing the Jenkins Patrol merch. So let's go on to see if anybody at all whatsoever is wearing the Jenkins Patrol merch at all. Anybody in this server right here. Unfortunately, nobody, but I did give them short notice. Once again, I should probably give them more notice so that they can actually, join up. But there are plenty of people who join after when I'm taking the thumbnail, but they keep on forgetting to wear the merch. I'm like, no, you just missed the video a little bit, but B, you forgot to wear the merch. So always make sure to wear that Jenkins Patrol merch if you're in the game with me, so that you can get that Jenkins Patrol shout out at the end of every single video I give a shout out. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, or maybe even later today with a bonus video. Alright, bye guys.